everyone. It is WSA TV. We have a special episode. Have you thought about what it means to go from global to local and why you'd want to do that? Well, today we're talking about expanding your reach, using and leveraging the Women Speakers Association, all that we have, and a new process. So I want to introduce you today. We've got Gail Watson, our founder of Women Speakers Association, Michela Quilici, who's been with us for years and also is leading an initiative today, which we're going to talk about how you can leverage your membership here at Women's Speakers Association and grow your reach by becoming a global business connector. So welcome, Gail. Welcome, Michaela.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We're
I'm
excited.
so, I know, it's so exciting. We have this huge announcement. So, Gail, tell us, what are we up for? I know we are talking about building a reach by going from global to local and leveraging a virtual community.
Absolutely. So I know there's some members right now sitting there going, finally, just by the word alone, they already know what's coming. So what we have finally launched after years of requests from you, our members, is that the need for having local gatherings, having that local community of Women Speakers Association in your city where you can get that face-to-face, peer-to-peer support, connection, training under this same umbrella. And that's what's happening here. And what the Global Business Connector is the person who leads that way. She is our person that will be setting up that community.
So tell us about why did you develop this initiative for the Global Business Connector?
Well, as I said before, it has really come out of years of requests from the membership. It's been really important. And in Women Speakers Association, our first, our only point, our single point of focus is really to help you increase your visibility. And we continually evolve in that process with providing your resources to give you more visibility, to give you the training you need to help share your message out into your communities, into the audiences that need to hear you. That has then since expanded. Some people want to share, have their books, so we've gone into the publishing world. And what we're doing now is just bringing that into that live event feel.
Great. And so, you know, how does this tie into like the bigger mission?
The bigger mission, actually, let me just read you something here, because this sometimes it's good to go right to the foundation. When Women Speakers Association came out, we launched in January 11th, 2011. And our mission, so here's just a few lines from it. Our vision is a world in which women are empowered to authentically express themselves, to build a thriving, prosperous business and feel a part of something greater. A world in which women take ownership of and step into being the leaders that they are, using their voice to powerfully inspire others, causing transformation in the lives of their clients, their companies, communities, and the world. And that is so important that whatever we are doing in here is that we stick to that vision, right? And this is to give you platform, is so that you are able to share with who you are. Now, one of the biggest bonus, or the way that we can really amplify that, is when you attach all the greatness that you're doing right now, that powerful message that you own, attach it to a brand, a global brand that's in 120 countries. When you visualize partnering that together, that's when you've massively increased your visibility, added a lot of credibility, and now given your local community another reason to connect to you, where you're the leader. You say you want more speaking opportunities, and that, we know the power about being in the front of the room versus being in the room, and owning this platform for yourself, and being the face of this community, the leader, uh, just accelerates all that you're doing.
So, what I'm getting is that this is a huge opportunity for local leaders, women who are in their community who want more visibility and really want to leverage their connection with Women Speakers Association and actually you utilize the brand. So, Michaela, could you tell us a little about what is someone who would be interested in this? Who are they to us? You have a term called the Global Business Connector. Can you explain that?
We do, yeah. Global Business Connector. So this is really a women, as you said, Laura, you got it. It's a leader in a local community, and she will be essentially trained, licensed, and supported by the association to hold live events in her local community, to be able to build her own local community and nurture that community and grow that community, and give her members and herself that platform to share her message, to share their message, and the vision of Women Speakers Association is really to help those women speakers and business owners share their voice with the world. So this is an opportunity for you to become a global business connector, a woman you need to know in your local community. You own your own platform, and essentially you monetize your own platform. Now, we're so excited. I'm so excited to partner with Gail and Women Speakers Association on this, because we are coming out right now to put out that request. We're seeking only 10 women right now to be our founding GBCs, as we call them, to license and represent their city as a global business connector. And, you are the star. This is about being that bridge between your local community and having that local platform, and being that bridge to the Women Speakers Association online community, Women Speakers Association global members in 120 countries. So really being that bridge to provide your local community with access to other members, to other, to speaking opportunities, to collaborative opportunities, connecting, collaborating, all sorts of opportunities to do that. So we're really excited about this.
And I love the diagram here that really puts the Global Business Connector in the middle. They are the star, right?
They are the star of the show. That's right. And as Gail was saying, it's about, being that leader at the front of the room, and how that will really help you and help you grow, help your business grow, while at the same time leveraging the brand and the connections and the membership that Women's Speakers Association can offer. So it's bringing those worlds together, and you being that bridge right in the middle to hold that all.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit also about, all right, so that sounds really cool, but what really is in it for someone who says, okay, well, this sounds really interesting. I love the idea of leveraging the brand. I love the idea of tying these things together. What does it look like, and what is the benefit?
Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of benefits. This really takes what you're already doing in your business and accelerates it and amplifies your results. So we like to say that you're investing in a complete and proven plug and play marketing system. Really, this is a license. This is a business in a box, and it's designed to fast track you to profitability. It is designed to add in there's a potential here on a 6-figure return on investment. This is adding an additional revenue stream into your business. So not only the direct revenue stream, but it's elevating your leadership. You're getting more exposure. You're getting more clients as a result of it. You're getting to speak more. There's also an incredible opportunity to get access to other global business connectors in our peer-to-peer mastermind, so that you are really being able to support each other and elevate your leadership and your growth. there is, there's so much, you can become the woman to know in your local community. And it just opens up a lot more doors. It opens up a lot more doors when you can, pick up the phone and call, the CEO of a Fortune 100 company and say, I'm the global business connector for, Sacramento, California, representing Women Speakers Association. And, I would love to meet with you. And so there's just so much more impact that comes with that, and an opportunity to really, amplify what you're already doing.
I love the positioning. It sounds like you're going to support these global business connectors in really growing their own leadership capabilities and or leverage their leadership capabilities locally and within the virtual community as well. So that doesn't go away, right? It's like you get both.
No. Yeah, absolutely. And so, what we also offer is a really robust training plan, launch plan, virtual roundtable, coaching and mentorship. There's a lot of support that we offer, and systems and processes, so that you don't have to make all the mistakes yourself. You can learn from what we've already gone through, and we've repackaged for you in such a way that we're leading you through step by step a plan, so that you can bring more success to what you're already doing.
And I see here on the Facebook page, Sarah Lopez is saying, fantastic news, loves this idea. So thanks, Sarah. And if anybody else has questions, come over to the Facebook page. We're live there streaming, and I'm happy to pose the questions to both Michela and Gail. And Gail, is there anything you wanted to say just quick?
I'm just really excited about this because it has been a long time coming. There's been a lot of behind the scenes on this. Launching a program like this on a global business, it's not just done willy-nilly. This has gone through, we've had franchise consultants, attorneys, we have all the legals on this. So you've got to know that when you're getting involved with this, we're built on solid ground, very solid ground. We are licensed to go to market with this. And this is really important to understand, because when you're putting yourself out there and you're wanting to, when you take on another business opportunity and put it within your business, you want to make sure everything's at a high level professional way. So this has been designed under the franchise guidelines. And what that means is, if we take a look at the stats, why someone would invest in a franchise versus starting from the ground up, a franchise business has a success rate of 90% success, where I believe it was it less than 15% from your startup on your own. And there's a lot of factors that contribute to that. And one of the most important factors is really the guidance, the systems, the support, the turnkey, that you're following a proven system. So Women Speakers Association is not new to market now. And, we are now coming into our 10th year. And that's really important to understand, that this business opportunity, yes, it requires investment, but yes, there's also a very big return and we've made sure this return has that potential of that 6-figure. And that is based on a minimal type approach of its representation. And when we look at that Venn diagram, we saw the 3 worlds where the global business connector was the star in the middle. We wanted to make sure that all the different aspects hit, because most importantly, when you're considering investing in the growth of your business and you're doing big things already in your business, we just want to help you go bigger, right? So if you're thinking big, let's think bigger. And how do we do that? Right. So that's what that's about. And it's simply taking the great things that you're doing in your business, making sure they expand. Of course, and you're going to be leveraging that brand of Women Speakers Association. But most importantly, no matter what you do in life, you as a person need to always be growing. You're an entrepreneur, right? You always need to be growing, feeling that excitement, challenging, and having that impact that you were meant to have in this world. It's why you have your message. It's why you do what you do today, is to create that impact. We just want to help you do that in a bigger way. So that's why we're really excited about this, because it's right in alignment with the vision. We want to grow with you, and I'm just super excited. I can't wait. And already we've had a couple presentations, webinars. Some of you were attended, and I'm telling you, the women that are applying, wow, this is phenomenal. You're really stepping up. Some very strong individuals are stepping up and wanting to take charge and go for it. It's going to be beautiful, and it's going to go fast.
I know how excited people are to get together, especially women, when we have a infrequent Women Speakers Association gathering. This is such a great opportunity. It's actually a whole program that you've now devised to meet that need, which I love. And we are getting some questions, so I thought I'd
Oh,
ask the questions. And we also want to know who would be best for this. So Michela, I'm going to come to you, but you can decide which order you want to answer these in. But the first one is, Sarah is asking, where do you plan to have the areas, and will there be a zone that no one else can have access to, like regions?
yes, we're licensing areas, so we will give you some next steps. I think probably one of the best next steps is, if you're interested, we have a recording of our last informational webinar that we did, where we go over all of that. I would be happy to send it to you. If you would like to email info@womenspeakersassociation.com. So maybe we'll pop that into the chat, info@womenspeakersassociation.com, and just request the presentation. We'd be happy to send it to you. That will give you the details. But yes, you are licensing an area for sure, and it's yours, and it's
It's
a big one.
your territory, and it's going to be a rich enough niche, as they say.
Yeah.
So we have a couple. So Sarah says, yes, please, thank you. Great. Just email info@womenspeakersassociation.com. And then this next question might be good to answer along with, who are we looking for? So the question is from Bernadette Evans. Will you share the investment cost in this broadcast? But I think you have to first self-qualify yourself. So Michela, why don't you tell us more about, and I have a slide that we can also put up as you do that.
Thank you, Laura. That's great. So this is perfect for you if you already have an established business or network, and you're looking for ways to expand your reach and your revenue potential. So we would definitely encourage you, if you're not already a premier member of Women Speakers Association, you've got to be a member to qualify for the opportunity. You have to have a registered or incorporated business that is already generating revenue. You are in growth mode, and you are looking to grow your business and reach more people. You are also looking for additional revenue streams in your business. And looking to expand. If you want more speaking opportunities, this is definitely one way to do it. When you own your own platform, you can speak as much as you want. So this is a great one if you want more speaking opportunities. If you're a connector, if you value relationships, a big part of your role as the global business connector is to connect people, is to gather women together, and to really be that bridge and that access, for one another. You're driven, you're people oriented, you're action oriented. This opportunity is not for everyone. Let's just be honest. I mean, growing any kind of business is not easy, and so it's the same with this. Anybody can run an event, right? And a lot of the women listening probably do run events, and that's great. It's not a qualification, but if you're already doing it, excellent. The challenge becomes being able to run events on a regular basis, and having people show up, and having enough people show up on a regular basis over time. And that's the key, is how do you do this sustainably? And so we have proven processes for that. And that's one of the reasons why leveraging our brand and doing it in partnership with us is going to be much more sustainable and supported, rather than trying to do it on your own. So definitely requires action-oriented people, and you need to have the time and capacity to be able to take on more business, and really committed to dedicating a minimum amount of time per week. We say at least 5 hours a week to developing your GBC community. But let's be honest, I mean, we all have the same amount of time, right? So it's really about what other marketing, visibility, exposure opportunities are you throwing marketing dollars at today that aren't generating a return? What can you stop doing that you can redirect those 5 hours, 10 hours a week to this opportunity to really invest in something that will work? There is a return on investment that we can share with you if you're interested in learning more about it. But really, those are some of the qualifiers. And then, of course, we have an interview process, and we really want to hear about your vision and what you're looking to do, and really we want to understand your business, and we want to understand and help you identify whether this would be a good opportunity, a good fit for where you're at in your business right now, where you want to go with your business. And so it needs to be a win-win, for both sides. And so that's going to be, part of the next step, is to really chat with us about your business and about your vision, and just see if this is really for you. So
I love this explanation. I love the process you're taking people through. It's not about, hey, give us a bunch of money and you're a global business connector. It doesn't work that way. So that's why the next step is to email info at Women Speakers Association. And Angela Todd was saying 5 hours a week sounds really manageable, and it does. And it's because, here's my endorsement for the two of you, is organization. You've got Gail, you mentioned it's already set up, all the legal setup, and then Michela, you are a systems goddess. So I mean, if you want to know how to run and operate a business successfully, you want to be a part of this program, because you will have expert guidance through Michela's leadership here. So you're in great hands. So if all of those checklist items you checked off when Michela went through that, I would highly recommend having a secondary conversation. And Gail, did you want to say anything about the investment?
Well, I speak to the members every day, as you know, in here, and we're continually talking about your business, and we're talking about and always wanting to grow. And I hear more pain than not, in terms of some people's businesses aren't in the place that they'd like them to be, but yet I can really see the potential in them, really, really, and then there's some people who are just thriving, but then they're burning out because it's that time for money trade-off. So we really want to bring this opportunity, and investment is subjective in terms of, I don't know, what are you willing to, what would would you put in that dollar if I gave you $1,000 back, kind of scenario, right? I could throw any number to you, and it wouldn't really make sense until you see how you can, what the potential is for you. And to look at the performa, and what a performa is to look at that Excel spreadsheet, to see the broken down line items, to see how you make your money, how you how you get that return. So I'm an investor. I'm a real estate investor, have done so for over 15 years. Believe me, I do not go into investments unless I know and study those performance that there is an actual return. So I know that in presenting you pro forma, it has got to be legit, clear, and it has to be based on a conservative figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's what goes on here. And so when we go through those steps, so first of all, um, put your send an email in. We'll send you the recording. We're going to get into those numbers there. Okay, I promise you. So it comes out in that, and then the next step is if it's starting to, yeah, this is all fitting for me. Then you're simply going to apply, fill in an application form. That gets the process started. That next step is we are going to talk, and we just want to talk to you and I are going to talk. We're just going to figure out where you're at with your business, where you want to go, what's your vision, and how it fits. And does this even blend? Yes, no, right? That's all that's going to happen. And we'll go from there. So, but be prepared that when we do talk, we are going to be sending you a non-disclosure agreement because we reveal a lot of the back end. So that all happens as well. So I want to invite you, just watch the informational webinar. It's 60 minutes.
And, this is about, for those of you just joining, about becoming a global business connector. That is now an official term, an official role in Women Speakers Association to bring our global community local and leverage at the same time the global community. It's brilliant. It's leveraging the decade of work that has been set here at Women Speakers Association, and you just got a great plan, Gail and Michela. So kudos to you, and I'm excited for all those you're going to help. And I know you're only looking for 10, so if you're at all interested, get your email in today.
Yeah, and we're sitting at 4 right now that's come in. So we already have areas that have applied and accepted, and
And
phenomenal women leading.
yeah, and Gail, I thought you could say a little something about, okay, what does this mean for Women Speakers Association as we get this in place with our global business connectors and put our virtual community face to face?
It really, it feels like that piece we've been waiting for. I mean, the women in this community are here because that voice, that message within them is here to create change in the lives of others and have that impact. And this just opens it up so massively to be able to do that. And, um, you know, in the conversations and the members that we meet, I love this community so much because we're not bound by politics, religion, race, or anything like that. We are women with a message who simply want to share it and to build business. And what I love, and I've always, and the women that I've met from around the world, and I mean that's what's really unique about us is we are truly global. We can be on a call, and I mean, I was speaking to Brisbane yesterday, Johannesburg, Holland, United States, Canada. There, went around the world on phone calls in just one day. And what's beautiful is when you start to get to know other women and other people in other countries, you realize we are the same. And we like other people, and when we like, we don't hate. And that's what impacts this world the most right now. What we need the most in this world is we need to all like each other, and we need to all support each other, and we need to be doing business differently, in ways that support and encourage and not tear each other down, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's been a visual in my mind of, like, the United Nations is around to help, world peace. And I've always envisioned in Women Speakers Association, we'd have this United Nations of women, and it'd be faces in every different country. And we're the peacemakers, we're the change makers, we're the leaders. We are at a defining moment in history right now. This voices of the 21st century. You are one of them, and we just want to really help share your voice and give you that platform to do so.
Bravo. Here, here. And it's just so great to see that we're taking that vision face to face. It's what our world is craving, that peace, that connection, that we want to like each other. We had a couple of questions that one person was asking Angela, so might other spots open up later on? And they might, but your region might not be open, right? So
Yes.
you probably want to get your interest in now, whether you go forward with it or not, is my take on this. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing this new initiative that is coming out. Do you want to share the timeline on anything that's happening?
It's happening now.
It's happening now.
Yeah.
It's the timeline.
I
We're
mean,
going. We're
yeah.
Well,
going.
when
As
should
soon as
people
our first
expect to, start putting in their 5 hours if they get accepted?
Yeah. There we'll have our first people going through some trainings individual for this particular for our founder global business connectors, and we think we will be as soon as next week. People are signing agreements right now, so we are in action mode right now.
We actually have already somebody who's running an event in January. So
January 29th. Yeah.
yeah,
So
Ooh,
yeah.
let's
So lots
go.
of fun.
Where are we going?
it's
It's a
happening.
surprise.
It's a surprise. Can't tell you. Okay, good. So here's a great closing quote from Angela. Thank you for sharing this. We are the peacemakers. We are the change makers. We are the leaders. Thank you for creating
Nice.
this global business connectors. Thank you, Angela, for that wonderful quote. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.